Hello and welcome along to another video. This time of year it's time to bring in the bananas, the cannas, and then start a little bit of winter preparation. I bring them all into the greenhouse, or as many as I can get into the greenhouse, and then I trim back the cannas. There's quite a lot of old dead growth on this one in particular, so I cut them back, store them in the greenhouse till about March, and then bring them out again. And then there are some which I need to split up for next year. There are some that need to, this one for instance, it's quite a small one, so that was potted on from a small plant on the 3rd of June this year. Now it's fine in that pot for now, but for next year I need to sort of pot it on around about springtime. Oh, there's the tea turning up. So I'll be doing that, and I'll be doing quite a bit of work with my bananas as well. Yeah, down here I've got my red bananas, which don't particularly like too much cold. The other taller bananas, they pretty much stay outside for most of the year. But these red ones, they really don't like any sort of cold at all. So I always bring those indoors. So what else have I got down here? I've got some more cannas. Again, they came in just a few hours ago. You can see where the frost and the bad weather has sort of got to one or two of them. But these cannas here, they still look quite good. They were brought into the greenhouse about a month ago, when we had the signs of the first frosts. So I shall be not doing too much to those, and I don't think I'll need to pot them on in spring, but there's one or two down there that are looking quite dead and crispy. So I think today's video is really all about just tidying up the cannas and the bananas, getting them indoors where it's a fairly frost-free environment, and then just doing a bit of tidying up, and then tucking them up for winter, as I said. So here I'm just moving away most of the dead leaves. So need to fix it. And I'll take out the old flowering spike. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take it out of the pot and just see what the root system is like. And as you can see, it's quite good. What cannas tend to do is when you plant them, they tend to they keep moving, and they'll always move out to the extremities, I suppose, of the pot. So after a while, they really do need splitting up and potting on. But that one's fine. I'm going to pop that one back on the floor. This one is a little bit different. Again, taking off all the dead leaves and the dead stalks, and then we can see where we are with it. Now so that can come straight out. Again, I do this every year to all the cannas. Now this one hasn't been potted on for a couple of years. Get that one out. As well. I'll take that one out as well. So again, with this canna, I think it's been in this pot now for about 2 years, and you can see where it's started to move to one side. There's probably only a few bit of roots down this side, but most of the rhizomes has moved over to that side of the pot. So what I will do in the spring, I'll knock it out of the pot and I'll chop it off there, and then we'll have 2 slightly smaller plants in about this size pot. Now with this one, for instance, it's a completely different variety of canna. Obviously, you can see from the different leaves. You can see where the last land spike has been on there, but the plant is in fairly good nick. It's had a little bit of damage, but the leaves are in fairly good condition. So apart from just moving a little bit of dead stuff off that, I don't think I'm going to give that one too much of a haircut. And that's flowering spike, that can come off. Because here you can see it's actually still putting out new leaves. So we'll give that a go as is. I'll just trimming off a couple of the dead ones. Of course, when you're trimming off your dead leaves and you're looking down into the crown of the plant, you're also looking for slugs and snails and things that are just trying to have a bit of a ride and a free meal. That looks okay, not too bad. That one will stay in the greenhouse till March, and then it'll go outside with the rest of them. Again, kind of moonshine. I did split up quite a lot of canna moonshine in June, and this is another little one from that. The pot has lost its shape, so that's how the strong rhizomes are pushing this way, and so that really does need to be in a bigger pot next year. The danger, of course, is that they become so tight that they can't actually, you can't knock them out of the pot. So what you then have to do is then break the pot, split it, which is something I don't particularly like to have to do, because you can also damage the plants as well. And again, yeah, you can see the roots. Yeah, the roots can't wait to get out of the pot. Right at the very bottom. Let's see if we can take. Oh yeah. So that was the rhizome that was causing the pot to sort of lose its shape. That will be fine until spring. I'll drop it back into its original pot. Trim off a few more dead leaves. And then that should be good to go until March. Now let's go and have a look at the bananas. Well, this banana here looks a little bit sorry for itself, but having said that, the only bit of winter maintenance that I do with these bananas is to actually cut off the damaged leaves. Now this one has been ravaged by the latest storm, which was Dara. Last week we had Bert. This week we had Dara. So apart from just trimming off the dead leaves, you can see this is the new growth, which even in December is still poking out through the top. And on this little pup here, you can see There's a new leaf there unfurling, and then on the pup behind there's one there that is unfurling. So against all odds, it's still trying its hardest to produce new leaves. So I'll just trim back the broken and the ravaged leaves from that banana, and then up on the deck I've got another couple of bananas here. The latest storm, but again, you know, dead leaves, but right in the middle there's a new leaf trying its hardest to come out. And the same over here with this one. This pup is quite good. What I might do with this banana, you can see down in there, there's this big stem here. I might just cut that off and then just live with the two pups there. But again, that is still trying. There, look, you can see a new leaf unfurling, even though these ones have been absolutely ravaged. Another canna there that needs some attention, and my nice big tall one, which I featured in an earlier video. Again, that's that one there. It's still about 6 feet. This plant has probably been in this pot now for about 3 years. It's ready to come out. As you can see, everything's moved. Everything's moved from right over to this side. There's a big strong riser in there, and I can feel it absolutely jam-packed inside the pot. So what I'm going to do with this one is just take off all the old leaves, and then in the spring I'll knock that out of that pot. I'll probably split it, it's big enough to split, and then we'll get 2 more big tall plants from it. These 2 little fellas are my smallest banana and my smallest canna. This one is called Musa Siam Ruby, and that's a banana, and this one is another canna called Maui Punch. Again, there were teeny weeny little seedlings about 1 inch or so big when my son gave them to me earlier on this year. I put them into these 2 square pots, and they've stayed in those pots pretty much all the year now. So what I'm going to do with those, the soil is quite dry, so I'm just going to give them a little touch of water, keep them in those 2 pots, and then move them on into something a little bit bigger in the spring.